Okay, one time for the birthday bitch.
Who is the birthday bitch?
The birthday bitch is Tom Brady, the GOAT.
So you just had me call Tom Brady a
I didn't
bitch.
have you call him a bitch. I'm just saying that's the song. One time for the birthday bitch. Fuck it up if it's your birthday bitch.
All right, shout out to the GOAT. Happy birthday. How old is he?
Happy 49.
Okay. So he's still in his 40s?
Barely. But do you think he still got some playing in him?
No. Hell no.
Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers,
They ain't
Matthew,
49.
but they also ain't the
Matthew
GOAT.
Stafford ain't even 40.
Well, he kind of look like
he got that look like he's 40.
He got that look like he's 40, but you don't think so? Like if the Raiders needed a player, you don't think that Tom Brady could come up out the booth?
Hell no.
I think Tom Brady still got it in him because he is the GOAT. He looks good.
You think he gonna ever beat them plastic surgery allegations?
I mean, whatever you got to do to look good, I don't see a problem with it. This man got a legacy.
You're right.
And speaking of legacies, okay, let me got this other story for you. Okay?
All right, hit me with it.
So, do you know the Green Bay Packers offensive tackle Zach Tom?
No.
Good, because his last name is no longer Tom.
Okay.
He changed his last name to Bako Baweli to honor his Nigerian grandparents. Bako for his paternal grandmother and Baweli for his paternal grandfather. And it's already been changed on the roster. So that will be on the back of his jersey.
Okay.
You know, I want to have a name, especially like when I start having kids and stuff, I want to have a name that I can pass down where, you know, it represents where they came from, you know, where I came from, you know.
The most famous
The
one?
most famous name change of it all. Chad Ochocinco. But he changed, is his name,
No, his name is Chad Johnson.
But at one point he did
He
change
didn't
his
legally
name.
change it.
The name change happened. I think it was 2007 playing the Atlanta Falcons. Carson Palmer had this idea, you should change your last name. It would be really funny if you change your name to Cinco because the month of September is Spanish Heritage Month in the NFL. So I was like, you know what? I went to my equipment man who was Rob Recker at the time, and I told Rob to put the Velcro over the C. Johnson, and I'm gonna put Ocho Cinco on there and go out and pregame warm up and then have Carson rip it off before kickoff. Boom. We go back to watch the film Monday morning. I have a FedEx envelope in my locker. NFL fined me $50,000 for altering the NFL uniform.
Because I think, I believe there was some legal thing, some rule with the NFL that your last name has to be your legal last name.
Okay.
Like you can't have it any other way. You can shorten your last name at time. I mean, like I remember, I believe Emmitt Smith's legal name is Emmitt Smith. You like that drink I made you?
Oh, you trying to get me loose tonight. Okay.
So Emmitt Smith, I think his legal name is Emmitt Smith Sr. But once he had a son, I don't think he ever used senior on the back of his jersey. They just let him use Emmitt Smith. But Chad, I think he had to change his name legally for him to allow him to put Ocho Cinco on the back of his jersey. But once he's through playing, it sounds like he changed it back to Chad Johnson.
That's some rich people shit. Just so you could put Ocho Cinco.
He still goes by Chad Ocho Cinco, but I think it's more of
a nickname. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's ever that serious though.
I mean, it was like he came up with all that, and back then, you know, that was a wild boy, and it worked for him. He still uses it. People still call him that, so it worked for him.
So, because in basketball, Meta World Peace, is his name still Meta World?
I don't know if his name is actually still Meta World.
What was his name?
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest.
But you're right. At one point, I think he might have changed his legal name to Meta World Peace.
Okay.
And basketball is one of the few sports. I don't know if they still do it, but they was having a time where they would let guys one game a year. Everybody would use their nicknames.
Remember the Nets Heat nickname jersey game that took place a decade ago, where instead of their last name, the backup players' jerseys displayed their nickname? As expected, we saw Braun with King James, Ray Allen with Jesus Shuttlesworth, KG with the Big Ticket, Paul Pierce with Truth, and then there were some players with some under the radar nicknames like Roger Mason Jr. with Money Mason.
So they do.
That's pretty cool.
That's what they'll do, but not NFL. You know that.
NFL.
You know they say that the no fun league.
And also because these motherfuckers probably would put. Just imagine Dookie Booty on the back of somebody's jersey.
You know what would be cool?
What?
If they did that and Dak Prescott put rain on the back of his jersey.
And chocolate rain, using you to fall back down again. Chocolate rain.
But that's his name.
That's his first name. But no, most people don't know his first name.
I don't. But that's
Rain.
it's a reason why he go by Dak.
I mean, what's wrong with Rain Dakota?
Right.
And chocolate rain.
That's like a stripper name.
So let me ask you something.
Okay.
So repeat. What was the guy's original name?
Zach Tom.
So, you know, most here in the U.S., and I'm assuming he was born here in the U.S., most people take the name of their father.
Okay.
So if his last name was Tom, you know, that's normally an honor to give your son your last name. So I don't know how his father feels about that. I mean, I know he has good reasoning.
True.
for
And
it.
we don't necessarily know if that's his father's last name.
We don't.
But and the reason why I say that is because if these are his paternal grandparents, that means that these are his father's parents.
If they are his
paternal.
if they his daddy, mama and daddy.
Daddy,
mama and
daddy.
So yeah, we gotta find it out.
That would be
That's a good question. Yeah, because I just.
Oh no, it says Tom is his father's surname, but his paternal grandfather's given name. That was the name on his birth certificate.
I want to give a shout out to you. You went. I would have never known that one. That was a good one.
I be knowing stuff. So interesting story. My maiden last name is spelled with 2 M's. My grandmother's last name is spelled with 1 M. My father, when he was in the military, they misspelled his name. So he kept the 2 M's. So my sister has contemplated the idea of taking the M out. That would be the only, if I was still single, that would be the only time that I would probably consider that. I mean, shout out to this guy because you've gone by Zach Tom all your life, and now you got to get new monograms.
Everything. Social Security card.
Speaking of changing last names, there were several marriages in this off season.
Oh, okay. A lot of them went ahead and said I do, huh?
It's a lot of them. So,
Okay.
Of course, the one that everybody talks about, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, they got married. We talked about it in episode 1.
We actually did.
And so if you didn't see it, yo bad. They got married. Devontae Smith got married.
I think I did. It was published in Time magazine.
Probably.
Like
it was a few of them.
Life magazine, I mean.
Yeah. Andre Sisco.
Clueless.
Cade Klubnik.
Okay, I know. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, Cade ain't done nothing, but he is in the NFL.
Well, he is in the NFL,
Yep.
and he's from Texas, huh?
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson.
Shout out Jake Ferguson.
George Karlafakitstish. Do you know who that is?
I'm pretty sure if I hear the name right, I will, but shout out to George. Let me see. Yes, I do know that.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of men, they made commitments.
They made commitments. That's like
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool being a wife, and that comes with kids and all that stuff.
And you're an NFL wife, so that's
a wag.
Yeah.
And if you fashionable, I'm gonna check you out.
So that comes with a lot of. It can be a lot.
Yeah, because you are committing yourself to a person that is not there for how many months a year?
Right now he left. You got married this off season. He left in August. Excuse me, mid July.
Okay.
And you basically are either you're a single wife or a single wife and parent on average until at least through the new year. Now I think Travis is the one that will probably it's probably for him. He's a single husband because his wife's schedule is probably more busy than his schedule.
But I always wondered, like, Taylor Swift is, like you say, she's the only only musician, entertainer who's made her money solely from music. Yep. So do you think now she's married? Do you think now she might be ready to settle down? Because the way he been looking, he looked like he might be wrapping it up after this season.
I agree. You know what? She is in that great position. I bet you every musician wishes they could be in. She's now married to they seem to be a great, happy, in love couple. And she literally never has to perform again and can live off the royalties and what all that comes with her music.
She can live off
her royalties from her music is probably still more than half musicians and artists make in a year. Just by letting her the music royalties.
And she don't need him. At least he knows she's not with him for his money.
No. You make a great point. Mm-hmm. Her husband now is getting ready to wind it down.
Yeah,
this could possibly be his last year playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for an NFL wife, you just got to know that you got married this off season. You probably had a great honeymoon. Probably been having that last couple of months have been really fantastic. And now he's off to do that football thing and work for the next seven months. And if somebody like Devontae, who played for the Eagles, who always has the potential of Super Bowl aspirations, that could extend all the way through February.
And you know what? If you love him, you love what he does.
Oh, yeah. Same thing happens for coaches. And even at any level, high school, college, professional. And when you're in that type of relationship, you just know you as a spouse have to be invested as well.
I was watching on Netflix that quarterback series.
I saw you. You was really into it.
I finished it. And an interesting thing, picking up on what you said, they follow Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield, Jayden Daniels, and Cam Ward. Mm-hmm. course, Jayden ain't got nobody because Jayden ain't got nobody.
Tread
Yeah,
lightly.
I'm not.
Tread lightly.
I do not want his mama coming
Don't
for
take
me.
that. Don't get that
I will
smoke.
not. I will not get that smoke. She look like she fight. Those people, Kim and Jayden, don't have families, but Joe has like 5 kids. And at one point when, where he went from Baltimore to the Browns and then went to the Bengals. And it was very interesting because like the day he got traded from the Browns to the Bengals, his wife because he missed his wife. So his wife had came down there because she's manning the house.
Mm-hmm.
They have kids who, have games, have schedules, and she is manning the house. Now, I don't know if the reality is that it's just her, but that's the way they made it seem, that it was just her manning the house. But she came down, and then he was traded. So especially when you're with somebody who's in that back nine, you have to navigate when they still want to play, them going from here to here to here, and you still keeping the house down. Like, because a lot of times that can be what breaks you.
It's interesting you talk about Flacco. His story is even more interesting. When he first went to the Browns, he didn't get a contract from anybody. He was on the couch.
The veteran QB played for 3 teams in 5 seasons and was without a team at the start of the 2023 season. But after a season-ending injury to Deshaun Watson, the Browns signed Flacco to the practice squad. A couple of weeks later, backup QB Dorian Thompson-Robinson suffered a concussion, which led to Flacco being named the unlikely starter for the Browns in Week 14. What happened next was nothing short of amazing.
Now, he talks about it. He literally is watching the games laying on the couch.
Uh-huh.
So that's interesting to me because as a wag, as a wife, you look at him on the couch, you probably like, you won't say it to him,
right?
But you probably like, shit, he done.
Yeah, like shit, you gonna do something? Get up off the couch.
Yeah, like take the trash out because you ain't playing. But then to all of a sudden, he picked up his cell phone one day. Hey, Flacco, it's your agent. I just got a call from the Browns. Quarterback Deshaun Watson went down. They need a quarterback. And she looking at you looking at him, and you like, I'm going. And now he in it. And
right.
And you're right. Flacco is literally at that point in his career. It's like, okay, I know where I'm at, my position is. I don't know I'm on the back. He has this notion, somebody gonna pick me up and I'm gonna be. No, Flacco, no, he's playing for the love of the game. Mm-hmm. And honestly, keep getting them checks.
And for the mentorship, because even like when he was with the Bengals, when Joe Burrow was out,
when he got traded there.
And when he was talking about how when, he was playing, he was doing decent. You heard Joe Burrow was coming back, and you heard coaches telling Joe Flacco, like, he's saying he's going to play. And he knew, he was like, he recognized that his instead of being now the lead quarterback, it was more like a mentorship.
Yeah.
Like a lot of players, especially when they've been in the league for a minute, once they're done, they don't know they don't know life not being on the road. Because think about it, you're playing professional football for 8 years. Before that, college for 4 years. That's all you know is that you as a football player. And now you have to make a decision and you have to find something. So that's why I always, even like with the podcast with these players, these former players, like I just love the fact that they found something else to love, something else to do.
Yeah, they say that, and they say.
They say. Right.
When you're on the back nine, the best thing you can do for your career after football is find what you love while you're on that back nine, because it's going to come to an end.
Yeah.
You got to find what you love to do beyond football, because professional sports in general, take out the LeBrons and Tom Brady's of the world, it's the only occupation you retire from in your 30s.
Right.
It's the only one. Everybody, in my occupation, I'm probably going to be the person to do it until I'm 70 years old.
But that's because you want to do that.
Right, but football, you are forced to retire in your 30s.
Right,
But,
if you're good.
So, man, listen, Flacco, play as long as you want to do it, and the missus is okay with it. Because he won a Super Bowl, he got the big contract there's nothing else for him to play for other than the love of the game.
I mean, but it's got to be something. Hold on.
And them checks.
Right, and the checks.
And them checks.
But it's got to be something said about, there has to come a point where the spouse, thinking about like an Aaron Donald, out there, you're fucking yourself up every week for this game that you love, but I love you and I want you to be here.
Well, let's flip it, though. Let's look at it from the wife's perspective. I got this house run on a certain motion. These kids run on a certain motion. Well, now, your big 6'3", 285-pound ass
right.
is coming home talking about, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. She's like, whoa, person. The house runs on a certain motion.
And now I got help.
You haven't been. No. I get the help part. Right. I'm saying she has routines with these kids. I have
Right.
routines with the house. I have routines with the people that's coming to work on the yard and this and this and this.
Right.
Do you think it's something to be said that when you retire, yeah, you should have that, but you kind of breaking her routine too? I'm being advocate to the wives. We always wonder about the public, but that lady has set up a life in the house knowing that you're going to be gone for 6 to 7 months a year.
But I mean, and we know people who are travelers for work, and when they stop traveling, then it creates tension in their marriage because that is what you're used to. You're used to your spouse being there 1 or 2 days a week. But I know people who have been in that situation, and it becomes, I'm happy you're home. I'm happy. I'm happy you're here to help. Now, if you are a 6 foot, whatever, 200 something, your ass is laying on the couch, yes, please go find you something else to do around here. But if you're going to contribute to the household, then of course, yes, I want you here.
I think I'm more heading for is I think that players, once you retire or once you home, you got to respect the fact that your wife has been leading this household while you've been able to do what you love. And don't get me wrong, you bring home the bacon.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just, you've been able to go off and do what you love to do. Play a kid's game and get paid a stupid amount of money for it.
But that has also given us this life.
Giving us this life.
Yes.
But I just think that players should respect the fact that lady has set this house up to where you can go do that. And when you're here for the fun times. Because think about it. Let's say if you make it all the way to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl in February. We go roll over to March. What's the first thing to have with the kids? Spring break. So you have for the fun. Spring break. Okay, our spring break, there's only about 2 months of school left. You doing the car pickup and they're having fun because now daddy can do the car pickup. And then what do you go immediately to? Summer. Yeah. And then also you got to go for OTAs and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm saying is a lot of players are home for the fun times.
Yeah.
And not home for that grind of it's cold, I get the kids. So it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic.
That's why it's very important to be conscious about bringing kids into this world. Pilar Sanders, she made a post.
Oh, the Sanders they're back in the news, huh?
Sanders back in the news.
Oh, last time I heard Pilar name in the news, it was a
how long ago was that?
That was a statue, and some kids was giving a deposition. I'm sorry. You come with that, not me.
Okay, I know. So you gonna leave Pilar alone.
I am, and I'm a Pilar fan.
Oh, I am too. But she made a post about her son Shilo and Shedeur.
I like how you had to when you say his name because Rick Ross, you had to say Shedeur.
Telling them they're too young to have kids and be married and should enjoy being single first.
Shedeur said he thinks it's time for us to get started with kids and stuff. What do you think about that?
I think you guys are too young right now.
Even though 26 he's 24?
Yeah, that's too young, number one. You're like in the primes of your life. You're going into it. So I think you need to enjoy life a little bit more.
And she talks about how she didn't get married until after she was, modeled her career, but she wanted a family. Like she wanted that. And she was like, you guys need to live your life first. And I think that's commendable because a lot of these players be out here spreading their seed and not worrying about the ramifications because they have money.
Let's move all my kids up there. Fuck that. How many kids? What you got? Jayden, your Saint, Siri, Lord, 5. God damn, nigga!
Stefan did. And the rest of y'all. But it's just like, I just think like, yeah, you have the money. Yeah, you have the means, but you're also creating broken homes. So kudos to Pilar, a kudos. So like, instilling that because they don't have kids.
Good job, Pilar, being Mama Bear.
And good job, Dion.
I think what she said is what a lot of moms and fathers should be saying to her, enjoy your 20s. We can take this to a personal level. I had kids in my 20s, not early 20s, late 20s.
And you are also married.
And if I could do it all over again, them kids would right now be 11 and 8.
But think about it. Okay, true.
You know what I'm saying? I 100% agree. And I think you can agree because you had a good time in your 20s and didn't and 30s and didn't settle down till
I did.
Yeah, till you did. We take it to somebody who's in the NFL or just young, coming off NIL. Man, when you're ready for that, it'll come. Yeah. There's time for that. I am big about telling people this. When life start happening, life is going to happen.
And it ain't going to stop.
Those are conversations that everybody should have, but I'm glad they're having them.
Yeah, and because at the end of the day, if they wanted kids, they could take care of kids. Yeah. Especially Shedeur, he got football to play. And
absolutely.
Number one focus. So one day he can become like these Pro Football Hall of Famers that are going to be enshrined.
Football starts this week.
Not real football.
Yeah, fake football. Yes. But I don't fuck with it. But I know there's a lot of people that are excited just to get some downs, some flags, or some passes. They just want to see some football.
Yeah.
Once it starts this Thursday, we will literally get football every week until like through the end of like
February,
January
yeah.
or something like that.
Until they, Super Bowl time, that week for Super Bowl.
So football is officially back Thursday.
It's officially back. And so, like I said, on the 8th, the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement and Hall of Fame game. So this is the class of 2026. We got Drew Brees.
Okay, shout out Drew Brees, Austin Westlake.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Shout out to Larry Fitzgerald.
Did you see? Randy Moss is the one who told him.
Oh, man.
You don't want to hear, boy. Hey, man.
Bro.
With all my love, man, I want to welcome you to the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026, man.
Thank you, Mark.
First ballot,
you, brother.
First ballot.
Thank you. You know, a big reason that's because of you. You always looked out for me.
So explain this to me. So they don't know. They know they've been nominated.
So they hear about the rounds, and then you become a finalist, and then there's the finalist vote, and they try to keep it quiet. Now, I think there's a little bit of cap on some of them, but not everybody, because like y'all got a full camera crew, y'all showing these people's house. So I think it's a little bit of cap in it, but I think if you look at them, you can see the ones that are genuinely surprised versus the ones that you probably had a little inclination from somebody.
This is what I imagine. That they know that they going somewhere, like they go and have a meeting or something, and then when they walk in, because the cameras are never behind them, it's always when they walk in, and then they have an idea. But to see Randy Moss as far as a mentor, and
I think when he saw Randy, he knew at that point.
Yeah, I'm saying at that point. At that point, he knew. You work all your life. This is the goal. This is what you want. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly. Kuechly.
Yeah, Luke Kuechly.
He's the second youngest person to be inducted. He'll be 35.
Man, let me tell you, a man that left it all on that field, Luke Kuechly.
I'm all over it. We got to go. Hey, Tommy, come through it. Run,
The concussions he got, the injuries he played through, they had to pull him off that field. Luke couldn't play anymore, but Luke Kuechly literally left it all on the field for the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, and I don't know who he is, but the fact that he's being inducted at the age of 35, that tells you something.
Luke wanted to keep playing. Luke couldn't keep playing. Yeah.
Okay, we have Adam
Vinatieri. Shout out to the kickers. Another kicker going in.
Okay, so Roger Craig.
Oh, old school. That's an old school. That's senior committee.
Okay.
You had to watch that for yourself. That's old school 49ers when they won the Super Bowls in the 80s and early 90s.
Is that when the film got the little crackles in it?
Oh yeah, that's the little crackles. But long overdue. Roger Craig, those Super Bowl teams, them Joe Montana Super Bowl teams. You don't have those Super Bowl teams without Roger Craig.
Okay.
And I still remember when him and the Cowboys used to go at it with the 49ers. So shout out to the fact that they are finally putting Roger Craig in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Well deserved and long overdue.
And when you look at the class, it's like you got the Luke and then you got the Roger. And so the game is on August the 8th in Canton. You got the Cardinals versus the Panthers. The person who is not in the Hall of Fame and also who is not in the booth anymore is Tony Romo. Last week we talked about his OWI that he got, and if I play it back,
this is gonna be none otherwise. I guarantee you, CBS probably won't even suspend him for this.
Yes, you said, CBS ain't gonna do nothing.
I was so wrong.
That did not age well because not only did CBS do something, they placed him on indefinite leave and replaced him with J.J. Watts.
Yes, I was highly surprised about that, but I thought a certain privilege that certain people get in this world.
There comes a point where if we keep you on here, that means we're condoning that behavior.
Do you think the pressure was going to mount on CBS once the video and the body cam and everything has been released, him in his car, him at the police station, them doing sobriety, like he looked inebriated. Do you think that was, do you think that CBS said, okay, when you first heard, okay, he was charged with an OWI. Yeah, okay. But once they released it, and now the world has seen him, and now the memes come, and the AI videos come, do you think that was one where CBS had to say, you know what, we got to pull him?
Well, I think so, because it goes back to like when we talked about being still. Those situations where you hear it, but then when you see it, it's a whole different story. But not only that, the fact that not only are you drunk or under the influence of something, you also you drinking while you driving. So you didn't just drive drunk. You are drinking while you're driving because he had an open container. He had a cup in the car.
Yeah.
So it's like it. Shout out to CBS because I think that they did the responsible thing because whether or not they bring him back on, I'm sure JJ Watt is like, thank you.
I mean, opportunity.
Yeah, because
opportunity for Big Watt.
Because Tony still had 4 years left on his deal.
Right, which normally in those contracts there are
Clauses.
clauses for like getting arrested, getting charged, things like that. And so from what I thought a week ago was going to be no big deal, water under the bridge, became a bigger problem for old Tony.
And especially when you see the video. When I watch CBS, if they would have kept him on and he stumbles over a word, all I'm gonna see is him getting pulled over. So yeah, I think it's it's not like they disrespected him or anything. He disrespected himself by putting himself in that situation that he did not have to be in.
This is so bad. So my favorite show on TV is Law and Order SVU. I'm gonna say they're gonna try to turn this because they take them stories from the headlines. Sometimes they turn them into
right.
So I'm trying to see if they're gonna turn Romo's little moment here into an SVU
I mean, but
episode.
where would the SVU part come in?
That'd be always the interesting part. Did
he have a body in the back of his car?
That's the part. That's the part you add. They said that's what you add. I'm just like, it's like it started out as something that I was like nothing, but then you saw the video and all of that, and you're like, oh, the NFL, the former quarterback, and now broadcaster. I just wanted to see who's gonna pick it up from a show perspective and try to put it into an episode of that.
They
Criminal
did.
intent. Chicago PD something.
Yeah, so Tony Romo,
he's officially suspended. But shout out to JJ Watt.
Yeah.
In sports we say, man go down, there's your opportunity.
That's true. Speaking of opportunity, Baker Mayfield feels like he's been disrespected and that Tampa Bay is not taking the opportunity to give his ass the money that he feels like he deserves.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've told you guys I've been pretty upfront and honest about my feelings about Tampa, it being home for now our family. We're raising kids here. We love it here. I wanted the deal done and set the deadline and told them it was going to be all ball after that, and I did mean that. And I don't know if they thought I was just going to take some of the offers that they gave, but I'm at the point in my career and understanding what I've brought to this franchise. One, I'm very, very thankful for the chance they gave me. Do not get me wrong on that. But I've also I really know what I've brought to this franchise, leadership-wise, and even play-wise.
Last week, we were talking about Vita Vea. And the stuff about Baker at that time was kind of simmering, but then Baker came out. And I didn't know you were going to bring that up. I'm glad you did. Man, you in your bag today. You in your bag tonight.
Thank you.
Baker he laid it all out there.
Yeah.
He got disrespected. And but this is Baker's thing, so I think Baker gets off on this. Like, when I say get off on it, I mean, like, he used this as fuel to say people have always doubted me, yada, yada, yada. And so I think that's what he's also using this as, but he said he shut it down. If he has a season that he thinks he's going to have, I don't necessarily know if he's going to have it. Not necessarily because of him. You just got to see what kind of team he's going to have around him. Baker this can go one or two ways, the main two ways. Baker could ball out, and you're going to show him the money.
Or he could fall the fuck out.
He could fall out, and they go a different direction. Because a lot of this is believed to be tied to the coach. They let go of the coach, let go of the offensive coordinator. And now a new coach be like, yeah, I'm good with Baker. I want to start from scratch. I always love when a man bets on himself.
Yeah. Speaking of fighting,
okay,
these Bengals out here in these streets fighting like
hey,
they don't play on the same team.
That's how getting the training camp started. My best fights happen in training camp.
I mean, did Jamar Chase spit on anybody? Because I'm just saying, why were they fighting?
You go into training camp or old school, we call it 2-a-days. It's hot.
Yeah.
You've been going to 1s-on-1s, 2s-on-2s, you against each other. Man, you what you really want is you need a different color uniform. Somebody say something, especially when you got them dudes who trying to fight for either a starting spot,
okay,
or they fighting to get a spot on the roster.
Okay.
Look, they come in hot. And something like Jamar Chase, it don't matter what he do in training camp. He's good. The contract say he's good. He's an all-pro, one of the best ever.
But did he spit on somebody?
I don't think he spit on somebody. And all they did, and I'm going to tell you, the average training camp fights, and I'm not excluded, all you're going to do is a bunch of jaw jacking and pushing and shoving.
And then go back in the locker room.
And then you're going to go back to your locker room.
Dap it up.
Yeah. And they might not dap it up, but it ain't nothing. But it was good to see that, this training camp. This is where you do that.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm excited. Like you said.
It's cranking up. When they get this first preseason game out the way, and the Hall of Fame ceremony, which I always love to see these guys go in.
We should go one year.
We definitely should go. Definitely. And for me, at my ripe age now, it's cool to be able to see the guys that you grew up watching, or guys as in your 20s, in early 30s, and now that they've become retired, and you get to see them going to the Hall of Fame. So that's gonna be cool to see. But I think once we get past this, it's only 3 preseason games. Our Cowboys actually only have 1 home preseason game, and I think what you're gonna see is that NFL drama, the NFL news cycle finna ramp up. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what you hit me with. You've been hitting me with some bangers today.
I mean, that's not because I'm a banger. So I'm a baddie. And speaking of baddies, I have a book dropping, Football for Baddies. So women, if you want to understand football or pretend like you do, men, anybody who wants to understand the game, Football for Baddies is dropping soon. You know, my recaps are coming.
I'm looking forward to the outfits.
Well, yeah, of course. I need to talk to my business partner about a budget for
Oh, well,
fashion.
with that note, like, subscribe, share, let everybody know the podcast. Y'all did your big one on episode 3. So we thank you very much. So, hey, keep it going because we love doing it.
And stay tuned for my NFL fan training camps. Okay, Cowboys fans, you're up next.
This is going to be so good.
We're going to practice in vocal cords because we have to be ready to say, this is our year.
This is going to be good.
Hey, the game might get messy, but I'll always keep it sexy. Until the next snap or the next Sayuk watch, it's Cleats, Cleavage, and Common Sense. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Cleats, Cleavage, and Common Sense.